Proxmox Backup Server is installed, configured, and connected to the Proxmox virtual environment. Now, the next step is to configure the smart backups. In case of any disaster, we can restore from those backups. If you go to Data Center, Storage, and double-click this Proxmox Backup Server, you will see here backup retention and encryption. We did not configure this. It says that it's preferred to configure the backup retention directly onto the Proxmox Backup Server. So we can use the GFS policy here to keep the last backups, and we can also use the encryption. Right now, do not encrypt the backup, so auto-generate the client encryption key. That can be done, but I won't be doing that. This is just for the sake of tutorial, so I'll not be encrypting. But I will highly recommend you to follow your encryption policy or whatever policy you have at your organization. So we will be now going here to the data center. You will go to backups. And here you can see there are some of the backups that we configured. One was every Sunday, the backup was on local system. And then every monthly backup was there on TrueNAS. Now we can also configure the backup on the Proxmox Backup Server. That is the efficient way, of course. So we can avoid then doing the backup on the other devices. I will not show you how it was configured. Of course, we have seen that in previous videos. But we'll be talking about the smart backup on the Proxmox Backup Server. So I'll click on Add. I will choose here PBS 01, which is Proxmox Backup Server. It is by default chosen here. Mode is snapshot, and schedule. So you'll be choosing the schedule either every 30 minutes, 2 hours, or even you choose it and then you can modify it from here. It is using the cron job. For example, if I want to back up every night by 12 o'clock, that can be done. I can back up every 2 o'clock at midnight, or I can choose any specific cron job here. If I just remove this, I can select from the list, for example, every first day of the month. So you can see here monthly, and you can choose here, for example, every day by 2 o'clock. You can see here 2 o'clock every day. That can be done. But I will be using it. I will just choose from the list every Sunday by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock midnight, which means that Sunday is not working day, so it will be doing the backups of every machine which is available. So that will be definitely helpful. Now, of course, it doesn't make sense to do backup of all of these. Of course, I have a critical machine which is OpenSense. I want to keep the backup of this. I have pfSense. These are two. This is the critical machine. I have the Docker, which is the critical machine, and Docker Engine is the critical machine. So these could be backed up. But for the sake of this tutorial, I will be only using for the time being OpenSense. This is one of the firewalls that I have installed. pfSense is also one of the firewalls which is installed here. And right now you can see I'm using pfSense, which is 201 machine. And my local network is on the same, for example, 10.11.12.1. This is my pfSense running right now. So you can see here that it is on the QEMU, which is Proxmox. And on Proxmox right now, this particular pfSense is running. So if you want to know how the pfSense was installed, so I have covered that already in this course. So we'll be creating backup job. But before that, we have to go into all tabs, and I will show you what this all means. Notifications, you can have the global notification setting. Otherwise, you can use the send email notification to send, as I will be sending it to myself. That's SyncBricks.com. And when I will not send it always, because I don't want to get the notification when the backup is successful. I will say only on failure. And then retention. Retention is keep all backups, which is of course not efficient because your entire storage space will be utilized. So I usually use the grandfather, father, son policy. So grandfather, father, son means that you have to keep the yearly backup, monthly backup, and weekly backup. Or if you want to have monthly backup, then weekly backup, then daily backup. Or you can have the monthly backup, and daily backup, and hourly backup, and so on. I will not be able to cover everything here, but you have to read through it. So it is grandfather, father, son backup policy. It's a hierarchical rotation of the backup. Best practice for the production will be to keep last 3 backups, and daily it will be 7 backups for 7 days, and then monthly it will be 12 backups for 12 months, and hourly I will not keep anything. Weekly I will be keeping 4 backups for 4 weeks, and then yearly I might keep 3 backups. So this will be the GFS policy that you can follow for the production environment. Of course, it all depends on your backup and retention strategy. So this will be my retention strategy for the backups. Note template. So you can, this will be the note. It will be automatically going. So I will say it. So this is the backup note, which will be choosing the guest name, and then this will be adding additional information here. Of course, you can choose the VM ID cluster and all of that, this information. These are all the tags. These are the variable tags that can be added here. But the guest name is enough right now. You can add the node name also in case you want to have. Maybe I can choose the guest name, and I will type the node name here and the guest name, and then the backup in Melbourne. This will be static node. And then is advanced. Of course, if you want to give a job ID and you want to use the different other parameters, you can use this. Otherwise, I will create this. The moment I create, this is a schedule which is created. Every Sunday, 1 o'clock, it will be backed up to the PBS 01. Of course, I don't want to back up here on local. You can see on local also it was doing PBS backup. So I won't be doing that. Maybe I can remove the local one now. And here on monthly, it was also backing up on TrueNAS, which is fine. I can keep that. And this one will be backing up. I can run this job right now also, and I can wait for the date to come, and it will automatically do it. Right now, today it's Saturday, so of course tonight it will be doing automatically backup. I can do it right now, and I'll show you how it works. So this is the this is taking backup of the OpenSense, and I will be simply going here to backup now, and it will run this specific job, which is on PBS 01. So you can click this job details and it will show you what was the job detail. So here is the job detail which will be running. It will be doing the backup of 100, and here is the VM disks for which the backup will be taken care of. I will go back again here to the Proxmox Backup Server. You can see here on the main screen in the data store in the PBS 01 backups, you can see here PBS backup mount path is data store PBS backup. Here down you can see VM. So you can see one VM is available right now in one group, one snapshot. So this is the VM. If I go to content here, I will be able to see here that one VM which is right now backed up. And the details is available here. Of course, I can just edit the notes here. This was the initial backup done during the tutorial. All right, so note is added here. I can come back here and see what was the note added. In case this backup is completed, go to the tasks here. I will be able to see whether the backup is completed or not. Still, you can see backup is not completed. It is still running the job. I can double click this task. Of course, it has disappeared from here. You won't be able to see it from here directly. It doesn't show you anything here. So you can expand it and you can see what is the VM configuration. But you have to go to tasks down in the backup, the task which was running, or in the Proxmox virtual environment. Double click this. You will see it, how much it is completed. Right now it is 35% completed. All right, so here the backup is completed right now. Of course, we can validate it. We can go to the Proxmox Backup Server here. We can just refresh this again, reload this, so it is available here. So in case you want to see the details, you can expand this, and you will see here 60 GB is the storage disk here. So the best way to check the Proxmox Backup Server is you will go to Proxmox Backup Server, whatever machine is there. You can see here verification status is none right now. So how you can verify it? You will run the verification here, and if everything is fine, it will mark this as verified. So let us verify it all. So I am in the Proxmox Backup Server right now, and I'll click on verify all, keep everything else default, and verify it. It will run the verification. If anything is wrong in the backup, it will let you know. We will be just waiting for this till the time it is validating. So we will be, for the safe side, create one virtual machine here. I will go here to create VM. I will give it any name right now. So it will be backup test, and I will not install any operating system here. I will be just going to disks, and I will add a basic disk storage here, which will be maybe 2 GB, just to make sure that it backs up immediately and confirm. So here the machine is created right now. So I will be simply just clicking on backup now, and I will be choosing PBS1 backup now and backup. And you will see it will quickly execute the backup and waiting for the server to verify, and done. So it has successfully done the backup. And if I just expand this here, double click this, and it has completed the backup. So here you can see that I got an email saying that 2 GB backup was completed here. So backup status is successful, and it showed the complete log. Run this backup again. So backup is okay. So if I go here to the Proxmox Backup Server now, and if I refresh this again, so reload, so you will see here there are 2 backups right now. One is for VM 100, one is for VM 107. I will just click here and I will click verify all. It will do the verification. We will see it here. So double click this, you will see here how many times the backup was done. So these are 2 backups right now available. You can either prune the backups, you can just specify the GFS policy that we have talked about. The first backup is verified. I will be simply coming back here to the backups which are done inside the Proxmox Backup Server. Click on backups, and you can see here that the backups which are available here, protectly backup, the verification state is okay. And in case you want to delete the backup from here, if you click the delete from here, for example, if I try to remove and yes, it will give me an error because the user is not allowed to do the remove the backups. You can only do the backup, you can only audit the backup, but you won't be able to delete it because how we configured in the Proxmox Backup Server for the user, because that user was added. And if I go back here to permissions, this user can only do the audit and only do the backup. There is no cron added to this user. If I add the permission also, I can just go to the user, add the permission which is for the PBS backup admin, and from here you can choose the power user rights also. So here power user can do the data store backup and also remove the backup. Here you can see, and the backup can only do the backup. So this way you can assign different rights to the users who have to take care of your backups. So now in case you want to restore it, if I go to data center backup, of course I cannot restore from here. I can just schedule the backups. I can see the job details and so on. But if I come to the individual VM, I can see it's all backups which are done either at the Proxmox Backup Server or any other location, or I can go to the specific Proxmox Backup Server storage here. I can click on the backup and I can click on any of the backups that you want to restore. Now you can see that we were validating different backups and most of these backups are now verified. You can see here verified is checked here. If I go to the Proxmox Backup Server also, if I go to the content of this, in content also you can see all the backups of 107 are verified and only one backup is right now verified. This is being verified right now, which is fine. So one thing that you have to see when you restore it, if you want to restore the VM at this VM stage only with the same VM ID, you can simply click on the VM. You can click on the backup that you want to restore. You will simply click on restore. Suppose this 107 that we did for the backup test, it's all backups are done. And you can see it's all details here. If I want to, for example, restore this particular backup, I will simply click here, restore. It will show you the VM ID, that VM ID 107 will be restored. And this will be restored at the same place. And if I go to the data center, of course, from here, if I go to backup, you cannot restore anything here. It is just the backup configuration. But if I go to the storage, whatever storage it was, whether it is TrueNAS, whether it is Proxmox Backup Server, so wherever the backups are done, so it was in the backup Proxmox Backup Server, I will click on the VM which was done. These were different VMs, of course, where the backup is done. So this is VM 100, 107, and 107 has more backups also. For I will go to 107, which I backed up. I will simply click on restore. The moment you restore, it will automatically assign a new VM ID here. You can see here, right now I have 107, which is VM ID. It is restoring this as a new VM. So in case you want to create from the backup a new virtual machine, you can do that also. But if I come back here to the same VM, this was the VM 107. If I come back here, if I click on the VM, if I click on the backup, of course, whichever backup you have chosen, so you can choose, of course, by date. You can sort by date which particular backup was fine. So you will choose that validated backup and click on restore and click restore. It will the restore backup of the 107. It will be permanently erase the current VM data. So if you're sure that your old VM was having some issues and you want to restore and restore at the same location, that can be done. But that is high risk. The restore is completed. The status is okay. If I double click this also, you can see the status is completed and it is done. So the restore and backup can be done in this way. So we have covered in this video how to do the backup of virtual machines in the Proxmox virtual environment. So this was done on the Proxmox Backup Server. Backup server can be at the same data center. We will install a new Proxmox Backup Server and we will configure it as a remote Proxmox Backup Server. It could be at the same location, it could be a different location. But let us continue the next video. We'll be discussing about the Proxmox Backup Server for the remote backup.